Hi
Good
guys.
afternoon.
How are you guys?
Good, and you?
I'm fine. Just the weekend's all over again. I'm
Use
starting
your
to believe
phone.
that thing that they say weekends are made in China.
Oh
Doesn't
yes.
last.
Oh yes.
The man is
Welcome to
lazy.
everybody. Thank you for watching. Everybody that is watching and everybody that's going to look at the restream. We appreciate it. We are not going to do a long one today. We want to just talk about traditional food in Cambodia today. But before we do that, we would like for you to like and subscribe
And ring the bell
and ring the bell. Yes,
so that you're updated
subscribe
on all
and
our
ring the
new.
bell. And if you would like us to talk about anything, you're welcome to let us know either on our email address. We have an email address. We have Instagram. We have a Twitter account and also on Facebook. So you can mail us at emodimix2020@gmail.com, or Alandi is our Instagram girl. So you can just let us know on Instagram. She will get back to you. You can also follow us on Facebook or send us a message on Facebook or on YouTube, whichever is convenient for you. So, ladies, how was your week?
Long, but okay. It was good. I'm not complaining.
It's short
Yes.
for me.
Sophia, what do you mean?
Joking. Um,
Sophia
No,
is just so busy that she doesn't have time to think about what is the time.
yes, and the thing
yes.
is, it's now the time of that time of the year. We're nearing our end of the year for the school year in Cambodia. The school year starts in August and it ends in August. End of July. The school year is finished, and students normally have a 2 week break, and then the new school year starts in the middle of August. So it's much different to what we used to in South Africa, where it is from January to December. It's not like that here. So yes, it's quite busy. It's final exams and all those wonderful things. But
Yes.
almost done. Almost done.
At least you've got a holiday to look forward to. So
Yes. Well, we don't know what's all going to happen with this COVID still going a little bit crazy in Cambodia. So schools are still closed.
Yes.
Still teaching from home. But yeah, hopefully things will get to normal soon.
soon.
Yes. So we have a hello from Karini. Hello, Karini. Hope you are well. And Divan. Hello, Divan. Where are you, Divan? So let's not waste some time. I want us to talk about traditional food in Cambodia. Sophia
Yes.
is going to help us to pronounce the names. I can tell you what it's in English, but do not ask me what it's in Khmer. I have no idea. So Sophia,
Okay.
The Khmer words is like little tongue twisters.
yes, like we said previously, it's not a very easy language to learn. It's quite a difficult language to learn. I mean, if you look at their writing, the words is as long as the tar road from here to Scenery.
It
So
looks like
how must I
2 minute
remember
noodles.
how must I remember such long words?
Cambodian writing looks like a bowl of 2 minute noodles crammed together.
Yes, I don't even think it's easy to write to my never mind learning it. So, all right. With further ado, let's have a look. So we've just put a few dishes together that is traditional to Cambodia. It's food that they eat, like you can see on the pictures that we have. This is the kind of foods they eat. They're very into fish and rice because fish and rice is very easily obtainable in Cambodia. Cambodia grows rice, and there's the two rivers where they find freshwater fish from. So that is quite a staple food in Cambodia. But let's have a look. So we have fish amok, steamed coconut fish in banana leaves. So this is how they make it. They serve it into banana leaves. In the Khmer diet, rice and freshwater fish play a big role. Roles because of the abundance of both. Amok is a national dish made from fish, coconut milk, and curry paste. All the ingredients are mixed together and put in banana leaf cups with coconut cream on top, then steamed. Another common form is amok chak. Yeah, how do you pronounce that?
Amok.
Amok.
Yeah. Amok
Okay.
chuk.
Okay. Snails with curry steamed in their shells. It's best served with a plate of hot steamed rice. So the second one is obviously uh, the fish with snails
Yeah.
steamed into the curry. So yes, that is what fish amok is. So Supriya, I assume this is a very it's a thing that you got that Khmer people eat often.
Yeah. That it's our daily food. We eat
Okay, so
very often.
it's a daily dish
Yeah.
that you
Yes.
eat.
Especially we eat during lunchtime.
Yes.
Yeah, we made it for lunchtime because it does not take the short time to make amok. We take long hour and we need many ingredients. That's why we just really just always make it for lunchtime. We don't make it for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to be honest, if I look at the picture at the bottom, it kind of looks very nice. I have not eaten it. I have been in Cambodia almost 3 years, and I have not attempted eating it.
The way that they dish it up is very appealing. It
Yes.
looks really
Yeah.
nice. So even
Yes.
if you buy it next to the road at someone that have a little motorbike cart that sells it, the dish is always it looks really beautiful because it's using the banana leaves instead of an actual plastic bowl or something like
Yes,
that.
yes, yes, yes. No, no, the way they dish it up actually makes it look really delicious. The next one is sweet and sour soup with fish. So, Sophia, what do you call that in Khmer?
សំឡម្ជូរត្រី
You see, that's why I can't even pronounce it. So,
Sophia,
sambal matutrai
Yes, you
is a
can
soup
on it.
that is a soup that's popular in many households in Cambodia, as it's not only easy to make but also have a lovely taste. Its ingredients include fish, garlic, lemongrass, celery, tamarind juice, bean sprouts, pineapple, and seasoning with sugar, fish sauce, and salt. Many people also add some fresh green herbs and hot chili pepper on top before serving. So if you can see on the picture, some of them it's like a soup and sweet and sour soup, and then they put the fish in. Sometimes they even put the whole fish head inside of the soup.
Yeah.
So
I
if
think
you,
that's
if
one
you
thing
feel
about
if you feel
them.
uncomfortable and think somebody is staring at you, it's your soup.
I think in Cambodia, when it comes to the food, they tend to show a lot of the countries around the world that they don't waste with food. They
No.
make use of every piece of the food that they cook. So, like with the fish, they'll rather cook the entire fish than to use it like clean it off like you'll get tuna, for instance, in smaller pieces. They'll put the whole fish season and everything on the table, and everyone will share and eat from that fish that's on the table.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Correct. Which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And I think it's healthy. Sure, it is healthy. One thing I must say is that we as South Africans, when we talk about soup, we talk about a nice, hearty thick vegetable soup or thick beef soup. Our soups are always thick and creamy. Where,
Yes.
where this side, the soups are not, it's more like a broth that is in the soup. and I think it's more healthier than the soups we eat because we add
Oh
all those
yes.
nice flavors and making it thick and everything, which is not always the healthy way, but this is quite a healthy soup. I especially love the tom yum soup, the seafood tom yum soup. That's obviously my favorite. Um, it's not everybody. It's not a taste for everybody, but I quite enjoy it. And then I also serve rice with it. So that is my favorite soup in Cambodia. That's the only favorite soup I have in Cambodia.
Especially like when you look at the flavoring in comparison to South African flavoring, Cambodia used more natural products: salt, pepper, lemon. It's sugar. It's basic ingredients in the sense of it's easy to come by. Where in
Yes,
South Africa you'll add cream and you'll blend your soup and you'll add chunks of beef. And where here they throw the soup in and they let it cook off the bone and they just add it like that. They don't take out the bones or anything like we'd cook a chicken soup, for instance, taking the bone out when it's cooked.
yeah,
It's a very natural. Most of the ingredients, except for like soy sauce and oyster sauce or fish sauce,
yes,
is used that can be actually taken from the land in that sense. It's very fresh and organic products.
Yeah.
yes, yes. No,
Sometimes we also cook with the root like galangal and lemongrass. We just take it out from like some house here. We send the lemongrass. So whenever we want to make a food, we just go to take out from the outside, and then we just clean it, and then we just slice it with the roots, and then we put it for ingredient.
yes.
Yeah, Sophia, that explains why the one time when we all went to one-on-one supermarket and you found the leaves in the garden next to the supermarket that was edible, you were standing there going, "Oh, this one is you can eat it, so nice," and you ate it, and I was looking at you going, "What just happened?" And you're
Yes,
just like,
yes,
"Thank you, that's really good," and so it just shows that they share as well. Like they don't care if you there's lemongrass growing at your neighbors. They won't mind if you take some of the lemongrass if there's a lot.
yeah,
It's a lot like sharing
yeah.
with
We
each other.
sharing.
That's good.
Yes.
Sharing is caring. Okay, and then we have stir-fried lemongrass beef. Sophia, what's
ឆា
that?
ឆាគ្រឿងសាច់គោ
Char shak.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a popular Cambodian stir-fried dish that you can find almost throughout the country. After putting the beef in heated oil with garlic, stir fry until the beef becomes tender. Then add vegetables such as red peppers and onion as well as the
គ្រឿង
krung mixture. What is a krung mixture?
This is underneath that has mentioned
Oh,
that
krung mixture is lemongrass
yes,
paste with which is considered very healthy, made from a variety of Asian herbs such as lemongrass, known to have a benefit in lowering acne and kaffir lime leaves and galangal.
What is
Galangal.
galangal?
galangal.
Yeah, what is that?
It's the type of a root, and like it's, how can I explain to
Does it
you?
look like spinach almost?
No. It's the type. It's all. It's the it. It's the type of like. Do you know ginger?
Yes.
Ginger. Yeah. It's the. It's look like ginger also, and it's shaped like a ginger, almost the same ginger, and but the taste and the skin inside, it's the yellow, more dark yellow than ginger. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Oh,
and
okay.
outside the color like a little bit yellow, Yeah, orange, not yellow. It's orange and with some black color. It's, yeah.
Okay, interesting. So that is stir-fried lemongrass beef. Looks
Yes.
delicious. I just don't know
The
about
top
the
one,
chilies.
the top one I've had before, but the bottom one not.
I think the top one, I think it's the same. It's just this one. It's
Is
got a
in
little
soup.
bit more of a gravy or a sauce in it. Where this one is just the beef with the vegetables. If I look now, if I can see clearly, it looks like they put a bit of celery also in there. Okay, so the next one is Cambodian sausage. How do you pronounce that name, Pia?
Sakra.
Okay.
We can
So,
call Twaco, or we can call original word in Khmer, Sakra.
it is a Cambodian sausage made from beef or pork and various spices. Just like any good homemade sausage, the authentic Khmer sausage contains at least 20 to 25% fat. Some prefer to use pork belly as the main ingredient. It definitely serves the purpose well. The Cambodian sausage can be enjoyed on its own in barbecued, grilled, or pan-fried style, or served with steamed rice and fresh vegetables. So it's
It's
like
like getting mash and bangers.
yes, some of it looks like ration bangers, and some of it is actually have a little bit more of a coarse mince like pork or beef. Am I correct
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Like
We
our
make
sausage that we know. We know sausage uh, in South Africa. We also make beef sausage or pork sausage. So it's sort of the same thing. I think it's just the spices that differ.
yeah. It's just the spice that it's different. So
Yeah.
for our sausage in Cambodia, we use krương, and you know krương, right? Krương. Just we just mention above
Lemongrass?
that we mix it lemongrass, kaffir and ginger or garlic and salad, and we mix it together, and then we mix it with the meat. So how is the sausage at SA that you guys make it?
Yes, yes. Yeah, you know, you've eaten our sausage.
Yes.
So you know what it tastes like.
That's why
It's good.
it tastes very different.
Yes, it does.
Yes, but
Okay,
it still tastes nice.
yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it does taste different to what your kind of
Yes.
sausage tastes because of the spices. It's different spices. So this is Khmer noodles,
Num bánh chọc.
non ban chok. So many
Yes.
locals start their day with non ban chok, a
Yes.
popular dish known as Khmer noodles in English. It consists of rice noodles topped with green fish gravy and lots of fresh vegetables, including cucumbers, green beans, mint leaves, banana blossom, and bean sprouts. It's very similar to the Thai dish that's known as kenyong jing or something. So this is what it
Num.
looks like. It's like Khmer noodles with a broth and then they add either they can add fish or beef, and then they put actually fresh vegetables into the noodles. They don't cook the vegetables. It's all fresh stuff.
Sophia, if I'm not wrong, for eating this one, you always get like in South Africa, we call it like petuk, yeah? Petuk dough. But it's like a bread, the bread that looks like this next to each other. You eat that with this meal, right?
Yeah, we actually eat with that one also, but it just sometimes we eat. It depends on the people they like to eat with or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it it depends on the type of the person.
Interesting.
Bennett steak and mutton kidney pie for lunch in SA today. Oh, how like Bennett soup.
It's Nelson's father.
Ay,
Thank
ay,
you very
ay.
much.
Thank you.
We're a little bit jealous about the mutton and kidney pie for lunch, but we'll
Yeah.
hold out until we get there, hopefully soon.
Yes. Yeah, no, that sounds like home. Then we have grilled pork and broken rice. Why do they say broken rice? Let me see. No, that rice is not broken.
Broken
This
rice.
one, this one is easy to pronounce. You know, can you try and pronounce it?
Baisak.
True.
Baisak true. Is that correct?
Yes.
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 Baisak true.
That's true.
This simple and yummy baisak true is pork marinated in coconut milk or garlic before being brought to a slow grill. It's then served with broken or fractured rice and a small bowl of clear chicken broth, as well as some fresh vegetables. As part of the street food culture, it is available everywhere, especially in busy neighborhoods. It's so popular that many middle and upper restaurants also include it on their menus. Try it with iced coffees. The pairing can be very satisfying.
Yes, this is our local shock to say Cambodian breakfast that we usually have. I think mostly for us as South Africans, during the cheap rice for breakfast, you nearly get a heart attack because we're not used to eat rice for breakfast. And since we came to Cambodia, it's a very, very cost-effective a way to get enough food into your body to keep you until lunch. It's sometimes vary between 3,000 real or $1, which is 14 rand in South Africa. So it's really, really cheap for the amount of food that you get, and it's sustainable food. It's
Yeah.
um
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a little bit heavy in the beginning if you eat it for the first time, but after you eat it like 2 or 3 times, you're so used to it, and it's easy because you can swap out the true or the pork with rice or beef or fish or chicken as well.
Yeah. Okay. And then noodle soup.
Kuy
How do
tiêu.
you say again?
Kuy tiêu.
Koi tio is a noodle
Yes.
soup made from pork or beef stock and rice, vermicelli, and toppings including beans, sprouts, and green onions. A variety of meat choices can be added, such as pork, chicken, fish balls, and beef, as well as seafood. In some places, it's served with alongside sweet, spicy garlic sauce and a small slice of French lime. This is when this is when the real flavors start. Head to the open air food stalls at any market. You will find
Kuy
noodle
tiêu.
soup shop in no time.
Yes.
I wasn't going
Really.
to attempt that one a second time. So yes, it's like noodles in a broth, like pork or a beef stock, and then they also add they add some fish balls and pork and chicken and beef as well as seafood in with it, and then obviously add some herbs if you want herbs in it. It looks,
Yeah. We
looks
can put the
to
correct.
compare it to like pasta noodles that we know, spaghetti noodles, the rice noodle like in the top photo is it's very sticky. Like if you don't have something that's liquid to mix into it, all the rice literally or the rice sticky noodle all grip together. So
yeah,
it's literally like all stuck to each other. So if it's in the sauce, it's nice and loose and particularly singled out from each other, where if it's not in the sauce, like the traditional Cambodian curry that they get, or when they eat their sticky noodles with green vegetables or carrots like that, it's stick together,
oh, okay,
which is
nice.
really interesting. It's
Yes,
it's
yes.
nothing that we can find in South Africa, to be sure. You won't find any type of fresh noodle because most of the noodles in Cambodia that they have, it's not hardened packaged noodles. It's all soft, fresh noodles that's still fresh and soft when it's cooked. So it's not hardened or dried out or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then the favorite lok. I have
Yes.
eaten this too. It's actually very, very nice. And if you look at the top plate, that little bit of pepper sauce there is a Supriya's favorite, and it is really delicious because what do they mix? Pepper and lime and a little bit of sugar and spice.
Sugar
Yes.
and a little bit of sauce, fish
Yes,
sauce.
so it's really it complements actually the dish very, very well. If you take that pepper sauce and you put it onto your meat and have it with the rice, it's actually very, very delicious. So lok lak, I can say lok lak.
Yeah.
I think if we talk about the guys that's not here, I think all three of the men prefers lok lak in out of all the Cambodian food. Like all
Yes,
three of them, if they say we eat Khmer food, you know they ate lok lak.
yes,
That's
yes.
usually I eat Khmer food. Yes, I eat lok lak.
Andre can eat.
Yes.
Yes, that is the
It's the
only
first
Khmer dish
food
that
that
Andre
Andre,
can eat.
yeah, first food that Andre eat in Cambodia. Food.
Divan says he's going to order us lok lak for tonight. Thank you, Divan. Okay, so lok lak is a traditional Khmer dish, which is basically stir fried beef slices or pork in a light brown sauce and served with rice and or green salad and pepper sauce. Most restaurants across the country offer this dish, but tastes are varied depending on the chefs and the region. The beef or pork slices must first be marinated before cooking so that they are tastier and juicier. So they obviously marinate the pork or the beef first before cooking it, so it's nice and soft and juicier and tastier. Which
Yeah.
is the right thing to do with, especially with pork or beef, is to marinate. Otherwise, it is tough, and then it's not really very, very nice. So yes, lok lak. I can recommend lok lak. It's really very, very good. I love it, especially when it's done properly and it have this little pepper sauce. Very good. Then I have added a bit of Cambodian street food. We added a few photos of Cambodian street food that I will never attempt.
Yeah,
I
even
don't
even
know
for
what
me
you
being
those.
even for me being a little daredevil, I promise you that most of these, I will not eat.
No.
So yeah, enjoy the pictures, guys.
Yeah, no. So if you look at the first picture, I mean, there is so many different things on this fish, and
Eel
there
on a
is
stick.
vegetables, and there's noodles and breads and meats and all sorts of things. And then this side is fish and seafoods that they dry. It's dried seafood and fish that they also love eating. So, Pia,
Yeah.
how do you eat this? Do you put it in your foods?
Cook it.
Do you cook
Yeah, we
it?
cook. We cook it. We put it in the pan. That's
Okay.
all we cook for the fish, and then for the. Do you see the dry stream?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. We just make it with any type of the food like soup.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
The
and then we.
Sophia, the small shrimp. Sorry, the small shrimp that's in the back on the four piles, the four orange piles on the second
Those
photo. There.
ones.
Yeah,
There's a lot of dishes where they use the shrimp only. It looks like a little flattened hard cake, but it's like hundreds of these tiny little shrimp that's put in the dough and cooked in oil. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, yeah. I know.
That is
Very
also, I think, one of the most like popular ways in Cambodia that they use the small shrimp.
Yeah, that is the most popular one. And one more, we can make it with like with mango, and we put some spice, and we put some herb, and then we just smash it, and then just keep it for a few minutes, and then we can eat.
Okay.
Like giving the chili, sugar, spice, a little bit of fish.
Yeah. Then it tastes very nice. And sometimes when we make soup, we always need meat. We always need fish. But sometimes if we don't have that kind of meat, we can just make a soup with the dry stuff.
Yeah.
That's
That's
all.
something that I've had before because a lot of restaurants, like when we buy from one of the local restaurants, they do corn, butter, and garlic corn kennels. And
Yeah.
when we buy that, they also have the dried shrimp that's been cooked with the butter and garlic as well.
Okay, then this is definitely a table or a stall that I will just ask.
Yes,
Cricket, a bowl or something with chili and looks like spring onion. Sophia,
Yeah.
do
Spring
they mix
onion
it
and
with chili
chili.
and spring onion?
Yeah. Spring onion
Okay.
and chili. And we also put some spice. We need
Is it added
we always
flavor
need
that they
some
put to the
spice.
cricket?
Yeah.
do you eat the whole cricket or do you leave like the head behind?
It's yeah, it does. But
You eat the whole thing.
some they eat the whole, but some they don't. Especially me, I don't eat head. I don't like. I
But
cannot
you
eat
eat the
head.
body.
Yeah, I eat the body
My
and the
word.
leg also. I don't eat. I don't eat the leg.
So,
It's kind of sick.
Sophia, if you take the legs and the head, what's left?
The body and the tummy. It's
How much is
very
that? How many of
Ooh,
those do you have to eat?
it's it the its tummy. It has creamy.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
Sophia.
reply on that.
Okay, Sophia, I will take your word for it.
I just know that kids in Cambodia love to eat it. Cambodian kids love this dish.
Yes.
Then tell me, Sophia, in this dish here at the bottom in the front, is that like tried intestines that they cook and put it on the sticks? Am I correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So that's like liver and lung and tongue and things like that.
Yeah.
Lung
From
and tongue, liver and bum.
they're from the pork, and we for salt. Can you see the salt that they put on the pot?
Yeah.
It's from the chili and mixed with some spice. And sometimes they don't eat with that salt. They eat
Mhm.
with we make papaya like a
Yeah.
pickle. Yeah, you
Okay.
also can eat with the pickle. Like we put the papaya, carrot, and cucumber, and then we
Oh,
make it as a pickle, and then we eat. Or we
Yes,
also
that
can eat
that
with
is
the pepper
delicious.
sauce.
I have to say the pickled papaya salad is really, really good. It's like a pre-ripe, so it's still like a green, almost white green papaya that they grate into long little strips that's mixed with the carrot and cucumber. And it's like a little bit spicy, but very like vinegary. It's very like a pickled vinegar. That is really good. But I prefer it without the intestine.
okay. Very interesting. Then we have freshwater snails. And this is they walk with this little parts of them there's in the streets, and they have two sorts of spices, I think, Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have two sorts of spices that they put on these little freshwater snails. So they're still in their shells, and then you guys just like open it and eat the snail out with the spice.
Yeah. That's
Okay, good luck.
the popular one also.
No, I can't.
Ina.
All right, and then these are just like chive cakes that I assume they make this with chives and rice and things.
Yeah.
All right, so and then they just like fry it and
And
eat it
serve it
like
in
that.
soup. They
Yeah,
serve it with a soup.
yes, yes. suppose. And then there is a
Spider.
very big spiders.
Deep fried tarantula. Oh.
Okay, so this is also something they eat in Cambodia. It's actually very popular, I think, Sophia.
Yeah, it's very popular. And for the spider here in Cambodia, some people we eat because we have the reason to eat. Like some people who get the high blood pressure, they believe to eat that and it cure.
Oh,
Yeah,
you see,
especially for
the problem with me is I do not like spiders. I do not like any creepy crawlies. So there is no way in this world it will go right into my mouth. No way, Jose.
Well, Divan saying in the comments that him and Niels will do a live video tasting spiders.
yeah. What near you don't you don't.
Okay, that's a challenge. All right, and then really these little bodybuilders in the corner here, they look like little bodybuilders.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's
Especially
right.
when they firm up and hop a little bit.
So this is also very popular in Cambodia. I think we previously did one of our streams where Supriya made Niels and Yolandi some frog, and they had a lovely meal, and we were just talking about it. Andra and I were just participating in the discussion, and that was it.
It's nice to have, but I
Divan
think
said
for us,
they
it's
are
not
so
used to it.
yummy.
I think for us South Africans, that's not used to it. In South Africa, it's a very delicate meal, and for us, that's not used to it. Like it's good, but you can't eat it every day. Like
Yeah,
I think probably Divan, who is South African, will eat it every day. He loves frog, but
Uh,
I think like for me and Niels, that's not used to it. Uh, we will we will eat maybe once in 2 or 3 months.
yeah,
Tastes
Divan,
like
I'll take your
chicken.
word that it tastes like chicken. I believe you, Divan, no problem. Then we have a little bit of desserts and sweets of Cambodia. I know this is like a little dough ball with sesame seeds and they always put a filling in it. Am I correct, Priya?
yeah.
And this is like rice.
Bean with the
Oh,
coconut
beans.
milk. Yeah,
Yeah. And what's this?
and then
That is delicious.
yeah, it's really delicious that it's sticky rice that we put the bean inside
Yes.
also, and we make it with the
Coconut milk.
yeah, coconut milk and sugar and
The
palm sugar.
the ones that
Especially we
I
use
had
palm
didn't have
sugar.
beans inside, but it was like the it was more like a dough consistency, like a rice flour that they
Yes.
used to make it with the coconut that was a little bit creamy and sweet, but not too sweet, which is really,
Yeah,
really delicious.
Yes. And I know inside there's like a sticky rice.
yeah, sticky rice,
Sticky rice, and this is like those small little bananas that you get here. But
jackfruit
this is
seed.
quite an interesting. This is quite an interesting treat plate that they have here with all these different
Yes,
little sweets and
Jelly.
yeah,
desserts that they have. It's quite
yeah.
interesting. I like that. And this like looks like candy floss. I have no idea what it is. Looks like noodle colored noodles with something on it. What is
Coconut shavings. Sophia, that is
noodle?
coconut shaving.
Yes,
Yeah.
but what is the colored balls? Is it noodles?
No, no, no. It's the type of flour, right? You can make it with the sticky rice
Oh,
flour, or just a normal flour or cornstarch also. And
yes,
you just yeah, you mix it with egg, and you just put the food coloring.
yes.
Yeah, and then
Interesting.
you make it as a slice, and then you boil it in the water with the sugar, with the coconut milk, and you can see on the top that is the skin of the coconut. Yeah, they slide it and they put on the top with the coconut cream.
Okay, interesting.
Yes,
And then these are just sort of like jellies and I don't know what is these little balls. Quite interesting. The desserts are quite colorful and interesting.
yeah.
Sophia, is that one nampan?
Which
I
one?
think the yellow balls in the middle.
The yellow ball is it just the same the one that Ina just showed the previous picture. It's the
Oh,
jack.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just the same make from the bean, but just the way of they make a shape it's different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
That's
then
all the same.
this is just like bananas that they grill.
Yeah, the
They
banana.
put the little stick through it and they just grill the banana.
Yeah.
I don't even think they add anything to it.
No, it's very bitter. It's very, very bitter.
Is it
Not the
maybe because
green
they
one.
fry the bananas when it's still green?
No, it's not too much green, and then it's also not too much rib. We just uh, we just take the banana and we take off the skin and we put it we put it under the sun for 1 day, and then we can we can put it in the stick and then we start to put on the we can we can say career. That's all.
It, it's
Yeah,
very dry outside, and it's
yeah,
got a bitter taste, like if you add dry flour, like just lick dry flour, it's got a very floury,
yeah.
bitter taste to it at
That
first.
yeah, that is the original one. That is the original one. But just now they just update. That's the people. The some seller they also make the coconut cream to put it on the top, and then they put the coconut skin on the top also, and then they grill it. So when
Okay.
you taste it, you will taste with like you eat the coconut banana
Sweet.
with the coconut meal and delicious. And some they just do it, just make it like that,
All
and
right.
it costs cheap 1,000.
Yes, I
Yeah.
assume it's cheap. And then these are the little dough balls that they put the sesame seeds in and then they put a filling in there.
Red bean paste.
Yeah, I don't know what it is that's in there. I just know the little, I don't know if I'll be fond about the filling, but the little dough with the sesame seeds, I think should be quite nice.
Mm.
I think that should be quite nice. I haven't tried it. I should actually try it. What is it that they put inside, Sophia?
This one, I think they put it's from the bin, and then
Red bean
we
paste.
look at of the color, and exactly they they make the bin with the palm sugar, and then they add some chocolate because this type of dessert we can make with any flavor, so it does no matter. And you also can make it from the taro, or you can make it with from the sweet potato or the red potato.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes, the only I think this if you make this with dough, with flour, with the sesame seeds, and you put like a nice little custard,
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, it,
like an apricot jam or something. That it
yeah,
should be
I
really nice.
usually the people who sell these like kind of treats drive on a motorcycle, and then they've got a little closed up glass cupboard or something on the back, and then they sell it out of that. And the one time I thought it was like a donut type of thing or a fed cook type of thing, like most of them, and I bought it and I bit into it, not expecting to get this sweet potato paste filling. It was the weirdest texture that I've ever had in my mouth. It was like floury, but it was sweet and it was vegetable-y, and oh, it was the weirdest thing I've ever tasted.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, no, I think for a person to experience Cambodian food, you have to be adventurous, and I'm not a very good adventurous eater. But
The next time when we do a tasting, when the guys do the tarantula spiders,
Yeah.
Sophia can maybe make us
Everybody.
some pumpkin custard because I'm really keen on trying pumpkin custard.
Oh, I can make it, but I don't know that it's nice or not. But I will
Oh,
try.
I
you
really
have to
want to
make it so
try
she
that.
can taste it. You'll have to make it so she can taste it, and then she can decide if she likes it or she doesn't like it.
It's really, really cool because they take the pumpkin and then just make a hole in the top and clean out the seeds, and they add the custard mixture into the pumpkin, close it up again,
Yeah.
and bake it or steam it like that. It's really interesting. It looks so, so, so beautiful.
Okay, guys. Well, ladies, that was our little stream for traditional Cambodian food. I hope it was interesting. It's quite interesting. I mean, there is a lot more out there, different kinds of foods that they eat in Cambodia. But we don't have time, so hopefully, whenever Cambodia is a little bit more free and we can move around, we should really go. I will be the cameraman. Me, you see me. I will do the camera. You guys will do the eating, and we will go into the streets and see what's interesting and what's not interesting, what tastes good and what doesn't taste good. Whatever they tell me, I will believe them. So yes, maybe that should be an adventure that we should try when we are up and going again. But otherwise, I think that's all for today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I would like just to remind everybody to please like and subscribe and ring the bell so that we can get our videos out there. And then I would also like to ask everybody to please be safe, especially we in Cambodia when we go out. Please wear your mask, wash your hands. Don't go if it's not necessary because there is so many cases all over restaurants and shops and things. So if it's not necessary for us to go, rather stay home just to be safe. It's not just for ourselves, but for everyone else. We are fortunate we all have had our vaccinations, so we're fully vaccinated, but it doesn't mean we can't get it. We still will be able to get it, and we can't afford to stay away from them. So yes, but otherwise, I want to just ask everybody to be safe, look after yourselves. Ladies, thank you very much. Really enjoyed it. We will think hard through the week what we will talk about next week. Not sure yet, but hopefully we'll come up with something interesting for everybody. And then anything else from you, Emma?
No, I think we've covered everything.
Yes.
Keep safe, guys, and enjoy your week.
Yes.
Yes.
So, ladies, if I don't speak to you through the week, I will speak to you over the weekend.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.